Well, hello and welcome back. So we're looking at the Word demonstration of the Module 5 review. In the previous video, we started out with steps 1 through 8. And in case you needed to know, this is on page 292 of your textbook. We started with 1 through 8 in the previous video, and now we're picking up on step number 9. Step number 9. And step number 9 reads, change the formatting of the project background heading by adding italic formatting and by changing the character spacing. Okay, so let's select project background. Right? There it is, it's selected. And the first thing I want to do is make italics, which is not that hard. I have that on the submenu that's presented by selecting the paragraph. But then I get the character spacing is done by getting to the dialog box launcher here. And then in the advanced tab here, going to the expanded item here by 1 point there. And everything else stays the same, and I click on OK. To the quick observation, it doesn't look like it changed a lot, and really it isn't, but it's enough for those who mark these things to check. Okay, we're going to update heading 1. Okay, that's the item 10. We're going to update heading 1 to match the paragraph we have currently selected, project background. In the Home tab, right, in the Styles group, right-click heading 1. Don't left-click it. You'll undo what you did a moment ago. Right-click heading 1 and choose Update heading 1 to match the selection. Okay, so everything should be the same. Go ahead and look at the Contents heading 1, right? And then go to the Paragraph group, launch the dialog box. Check it out. Good. Then go to the Font group, check that dialog box, and make sure that under the Advanced tab, the character spacing is expanded by 1 point. And then choose OK, because it is, or cancel, either way. Okay, that's item 10. Now, item 11 reads, revise likely challenges by changing the font size to 16 points. So I'm going to select the paragraph likely challenges, and I'm going to change the font size to 16 points. And then I'm going to go right to heading 2 and right-click heading 2, right-click heading 2, and update heading 2 to match that selection. And of course, cost and schedule should have changed quickly to match. Okay, item 12, it says create a new paragraph style for the contents heading that is based on the heading 1 style, but it also includes gray 50% accent 3 paragraph shading and white background 1 font color. Call the new style contents. Okay, here's how we can do this. This is one way. Select the contents paragraph, right? And then set that paragraph shading to gray 50%. Gray 50%. Now, it's going to take a minute for me to find it. Let's see, that's accent 2. There's accent 3. And then I have to find the 50% thing. It's lighter 50. Gray accent 3. So it's row 1, column 7. Okay. It's right in the top row. Gray accent 3. That's the one I needed. Okay. And then I'm going to change the font color to white. And I strongly encourage people to set the shading first and then the font color second so you can see what's going on. Okay. So this is a shading, not a highlighting direction. And you can see by the width of the shading that it covered the entire paragraph. Okay, so the next thing is to go to the Home tab, which I'm on, Styles group, that's over here, and then the More command, that's down here. and we're going to create a style, right? Create a style. The style name is going to be called contents. Okay. And we can modify it. Okay, so notice contents, and then it's based on heading 1, and you can see that it is shaded and that the font color is white just as we had before, and you're just going to click OK to accept that. Now once you've done that step, you should be able to look in your Home tab in the Styles group and see the Contents Paragraph Style as the first selection in your Styles group. Okay, that's item 12 for now. So let's look at item 13. It says open the Style Inspector pane and check the style applied to each paragraph in the document. Then use the Reveal Formatting pane. Okay, this is all very good and interesting. This is one of those instances where the author has become a tour guide and not actually getting something done. So I'm not going to ask you to do that. Item 14, it says delete the placeholder text below the contents heading and then insert a custom table of contents that does not include the contents style. Okay. One of the things you want to do when you build this table of contents is to make sure that you have the show hide command turned on. Please have it turned on. Right? So you've got it in the Home tab, right? In the paragraph group. And there's mine. It's show hide is currently on. And you can tell it's on because you can see the paragraph markers. They're on the right side of, well, a paragraph. And you can also see the space is carried with a little dot between the words halfway up. Okay, so that's on before we begin. So we're going to delete the placeholder. And the placeholder, folks, it includes the square brackets, but make sure that as you do this, you keep the paragraph marker. The paragraph marker should be in the normal paragraph style, right? And that's how mine is, normal paragraph style. Then go to the References tab, and then you're looking for the Table of Contents group, that's on the left-hand side. Then look for the Table of Contents command. There we go. My computer is fighting back, but that's okay. I win. And we're going to do a custom table of contents in this command set. Look for custom table of contents. And let's see, what else do we got to do? We need the options button, right? Options. And you'll see that the available styles in your table of contents, it shows you have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and the contents. All you have to do is next to the contents style, remove the number 1. Just hit the backspace button there. Okay, that's all you got to do. And then choose OK as the button. Boop. And then we choose OK as the button again. Boop. And there is your table of contents. It includes every heading you have except the contents heading, which would have been redundant had you put it in. That's item 14. Okay, so that's pretty good for now. We finished items 9 through 14. I'd like you to save your work, all right? And we're going to see you at the next video, starting with item number 15.